This was Damascus in October last year. The current truce is a respite, not an end. The war has killed more than 200,000, created millions of refugees and reignited wars in Syria's neighbors. It's also pulled in the world's biggest military powers, Russia, as well as the US, Britain and France. At the UN's Geneva headquarters, they're trying to end 5 years of diplomatic failure. 5 years in which Syria's internal uprising has become a mini world war.
Another deadly complication is the fact that the war in Syria is now a major front in the conflict between Shia and Sunni Muslims that stretches right across the Islamic world. Syria has produced layers of war about power as well as identity. It started with demonstrations 5 years ago against the Assad regime. Now that quickly turned into a shooting war, and when the two sides' main backers got involved, the sectarian dimension deepened. The Assad regime is dominated by Alawites. They are a sect of Shia Islam, and their main backers are in the main Shia as well. There's Iran and also the Lebanese Hezbollah movement, as well, of course, as Russia, who aren't Shiites. The armed rebels have been backed by Saudi Arabia, by Turkey, by Jordan and by Qatar, all Sunni countries. The Saudis and the Iranians already saw themselves as regional rivals, but now that's escalated into a proxy war, with Syria as the battlefield.
In Damascus and across Syria, each new layer of war has made peacemaking harder. After 5 years, it's become a tangled, complex fight. Deals between Syrians are possible, but the war that ruined Syria left space that has been filled by the jihadists, who call themselves Islamic State. IS brutality, not the destruction of Syria, forced a reluctant US and Britain into the fight. But long before so much was lost, the world's big powers should have acted to stop the war and the exodus of civilians, says the UN Human Rights Chief.
One of the most upsetting parts of this migration discussion is that it's the migrants who have to pay the price for the failure of the international system.
So permanent members of the Security Council, Britain among them, should have tried harder.
Well, my feeling is yes, they are the repository of institutional knowledge. They have special responsibilities, not just special privileges. They should have known better.
Should have done more.
Should have done more.
And because they didn't, that's a major factor in what, in the last 5 years of killing?
I think it's undeniably so, that's a major factor, yes.
Neutral, quiet Switzerland feels as if it's a long way from the killing. That is an illusion. Belatedly, Europeans are realizing that Syria's mini-world war is on their doorstep. Trying to contain it or ignore it is no kind of policy. Jeremy Bowen, BBC News, Geneva.